In today's video, we are going to run through one of the most important yet overlooked fundamentals at address. And there's going to be two parts to this video. The first part is going to be focusing on how the arms are hanging from the front on view. So are they more internal, external? What should we be looking for? And then the second part is how far away from the body should the arms hang? If you can get this right, it is going to help you take a healthy divot. It's going to help you find the middle of the club face more, and overall it's going to help your swing massively. Get it wrong and your ball striking is going to suffer. So let's kick this off by focusing on the front on view to start with. How should the arms hang? Now I see so many golfers get into a position to where their arms get too much what we class as internal. So both the elbows are sort of pointing outwards away from them. The arms are sort of sat more on the side of the body, and from here they sort of look like this. Quite often this promotes a poor grip, so we tend to see the grip get very much in the palm. In the backswing, this can cause the arms to collapse, and you can see sort of how my hands are splitting on the grip. And on the way down, 100% one of the biggest issues is it promotes that chicken wing. So we can very much see how the arms are sort of collapsed inwards, rolled inwards, the elbow pits are pointing inwards, and the elbows are pointing outwards. Now, if we take a lesson from the great Ben Hogan, if you read his book, you will see in his book how he talks about the arms are wanting to be more in front of you. Now, a great analogy that I like to have is imagine you are trying to hold a ball between your arms. So kind of between the upper parts of your forearms. So you can see if my arms are spread out here, I'm not going to be able to hold a ball in there. If I bring my arms more together into this position to where my elbows are pointing a little bit more in, elbow pits are pointing more away from me, you can see how here I'm able to get my arms sort of resting on the front of my rib cage right there, and I'm also able to get my elbows a lot closer together. Now this is going to massively help you because it's going to improve your arm structure in your swing. So if I can get my arms into the correct position here, I can start to get a great takeaway. You can see nice width from the front on view. Top of the back swing, this trail arm's going to want to fold the right way because we promoted some good movements by positioning the arm correctly at address. And then from there, the elbows again going to want to work back in front of the body on the way down, promoting better width on the way through. So you can see if we get these arm positionings right, that we are going to actually promote these fantastic arm movements in the backswing, which are crucial for us being consistent in our golf swing. So at address, your key reference points. So number one, have the arms relatively straight, relaxed, but relatively straight. Number two, get the elbow pits, so these sort of bits on the front of our elbows right here, pointing away from the body, or a second way of looking at it is try and have the elbows point a little bit more in. And from there, we just want to let those arms just be nice and relaxed in that position. Elbows not far apart, elbows nice and close together. And that is going to promote some really good movements of how the arms will fold, the good width, the good structure, the good releases, all of these different things. But just on a quick side note, from the down the line view, if I bring the ball to this angle and you take a look at my trail arm, you will actually notice how my trail arm does have a little bit of soft fold to it. And this is a key that I see so many amateurs get wrong. They very much lock out that trail arm, they get into sort of this position here. We don't want to be seeing that. So if we aim to sort of have, let's say about 10 to 14 degrees of arm bend there, easy way of thinking of it is just imagine you're about to shake hands with somebody right here and then just gently lower your arm down. You can see as much as my elbows are in a great position, this trail arm just has a little bit of soft fold there, and that is going to make folding the arm in the backswing just so much easier. Now, this is going to be the same for a wedge, an iron, a 3-wood, a driver, all clubs. So let me hit a shot for you right now, showing you what this looks like. Good position here, right? Got that good checkpoint. That's also promoting a good grip. Now let me hit this one for you. So let's now move on to the second part of today's video, and that is how far should the arms hang away from the body. Now by far I see so many amateurs fall into the trap of having their arms too far away from their body at address, and I get this. Number one, it sort of safeguards you, especially against those shanks. If you are stretching for it, it feels like you're gonna reduce the chances of you shanking it. Number two, it feels a little bit more powerful. Number three, it also is just a little bit of a lack of understanding of what we're trying to see. Now, when we see golfers stretched too far away from the ball, and I'm not saying everybody does this, but it is the most common thing that I see, a couple of reactions that we'll see. First of all, they won't react and they will hit it very much thin, so they will struggle to take a divot. Ball flights will be very spinny, hard to control, very inconsistent. Number two, they will, in an effort to try and take a divot, they'll swing over the top so they can kind of hit down on it to try and take that divot, get some sort of compression. Or number three, their hips will extend forwards. And again, this is in an effort to just try and make some sort of solid contact. Now, if you look at most tour pros out there, especially when it comes to irons, they actually have their arms hang very much underneath them. Now, a fantastic reference guide is, from the down the line view, if I set up to this iron, I want you to draw a line straight down from the center of your shoulder joint. Now, as you draw that line straight down, I want at least where your hands interlock to be on that line, if not slightly inside of it. Now, the reason I say slightly inside of it is, let's think about, assuming you have a good posture, let's think about what this will do. It will actually promote you, if you are on the closer side to the ball, it'll force you and promote you to have to keep your pelvis back in the downswing. Now, this is going to promote a lot better leg action, a lot better sequencing, and ultimately better movements. By simply setting up too far away from the ball, you are going to promote early extension or an over-the-top movement. You're going to promote these bad movements. So by having a good posture and forcing your arms to hang a little bit more underneath you and getting quite close to the ball, you're going to force yourself to have to move your body correctly in the downswing. And again, yes, you might hit a couple of bad ones for the first 10, 20, 30 shots, but your body will soon go, well, hold on a second, I can't go this way towards the golf ball because I might shank it, I might fat it, I might do a whole load of horrible things. Now I've got to retrain my movement pattern, and after a session, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, you are going to be in a fantastic position. So again, for all irons, for all wedges, you want to draw that line straight down from the center of the shoulder joint, and you want to see that your hands are going to interlock on that line, or if anything, slightly inside. This is going to help you promote a good divot action. It's going to help you promote good body movements, and it's going to help you find the middle of the face more consistently. Now, let me hit a shot for you just to show you what this looks like. You can see down the line view, very much close to it here. Arms are hanging under the shoulder joints, if not slightly inside. Now I can give it a hit. You can see there, great divot action, great compression, and that's about a 2-yard draw right there. So now let's talk about the driver. Where should this checkpoint be with the driver? Now, the first thing we have to understand is that what we are trying to achieve at impact is slightly different with a driver. Yes, we're still trying to hit it in the middle of the face, but angle of attack wise, we want it to be a lot more neutral. So with that in mind, we actually need to position our arms slightly further away from the body. The other thing is, due to the fact the shaft is longer, we naturally stand a hair more upright, which again is going to promote our arms hanging a little bit further away from the body. So if I bring in the downline view, if I look here, before we said with an iron, we want the center of the shoulder joint lining up with where the hands interlock. This time with a driver and a 3-wood, we can fit 3-wood into this category. We want the center of the shoulder joint lining up roughly with the butt end of the grip. That is a great checkpoint. That gives us enough margin for error to where, again, it's going to promote some good body movements, but we can get back into a great impact position. Again, I see golfers get way too far away with driver, feels powerful, but ultimately it's going to hurt your swing. So that's a great checkpoint right there for accuracy and power. Have the edge of the center of the shoulder joint line up with the butt end of the grip. That's going to promote some really good movement patterns. Let me show you what that looks like right here. So there you have it. That is how we need to get those arms hanging relative to our body and the correct distance away. If you can do that, you are going to find your arm structure is going to get night and day better, your ball striking is going to get better, and you're going to be able to take that beautiful, crisp divot that we all need to do with our irons. Now, if you need a little bit more one-to-one help with your game, I offer online coaching on the Skillist platform. Please check out the link down below. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you back here soon.